Oh, Okay, guys. Let's continue for today's second study live stream. As usual, I was be cutted by someone else, so that I must restart from very beginning. And yeah, today I will read extra 2 books and also the literature which I should read actually. And so let's begin for today, second one.我今天的任务还是持续的看这个复习这个昨天写的这个 notes。
this coming November will mark the 60th year.
Okay, so I'm gonna close this study live stream within 1 hour. What I read for this book, the green book which I bought yesterday about pragmatismus, is kind of interesting because yesterday's lecture that the professor already mentioned was the analogy. I guess it's a Greek word to describe some ideology and so on. So I don't want to search for what the meaning behind because the easiest way to access it to is the currently very hot cryptocurrency and so on. So I kind of do not want to link them together, but actually they does have some linkage between, and this kind of linkage don't need to discover about it because otherwise you will fall into another area and that's not very same. So in a sense, this book it's so good. It's so good. Be written about pragmatism. So once I got one question in the lecture notes that I want to find the meaning about pragmatism, but the translated meaning of the website does not satisfy my my need of knowing. So I just kind of stopped to search for the remained questions and so on. Sometimes you cannot always find the right answer or correct one as you wish. So in this sense, that's the one simple word which we put into a whole book, and the second important word of this book already being titled, as we can see, is authoritarianism. Easy to understand because that is mean authoritarian, like some official institute and their rules and their working style and so on. But anti-authoritarianism made me only think of 223, like the things which be understood in individual level. So it's kind of fascinating, but I don't like the foreword of this book because that is my forbidden area because I always try to avoid the RB instead of BR. So the foreword, the preface of this book was be written by somehow RB and so on. But it's kind of named as my enemy, but I try to I try to overcome this kind of illness when I always want to try to avoid this one, and also her linked book name character and so on. But today, as I saw that from Professor Stutz, that he he retweeted one post from an English economist who based in UC College of UL, I guess. College of okay, I cannot speak the words London, but UCL, I guess UCL is University College of London, and the it sounds funny because that's kind of the dialect problem that I can speak the dong and the dun and so on. Yeah, so that it's not my mistake, but it is like the place which I born, that the people there who already get used to speak as cannot as ob they can as whether they cannot make the difference between UN and ONG and this kind of word usage. But nevertheless, I like this book because that is very, very qualitized, so that you can sense every word carries on the weights, so you don't feel like very boring and so on. But a very new perspective about this kind of book. One thing is that I try to avoid to buy the green stuff, because I know that finally I will have the and Métis, and I shouldn't I shouldn't pre-use the energy which that they should come from 1.5 year after, I guess, or and so on. So I am afraid to pre-use the energy which gonna come in over from away. And by the way, and otherwise I like this. I like this, and I found one thing is very interesting and funny, because it seems like the professor predicted what gonna happen and which kind of book content and which will included into the book, the single book actually. And I've been told, I guess middle last week, and there are several new publications in another university who based in Switzerland. We recently got in touch with, and I really like one of them because I was directly pushed for this economist. So their department publicated a lot of new papers, and I used like 40 minutes or 45 minutes to read them, because it seems like a directly transfer the time which I stayed in the PC pool and to the time to the bookstore, and that's two different places. And one is an official university institute, and another one is like business intended places which for selling. And they shouldn't be the same, and they shouldn't use the same energy, but they want to try to find the difference between, and where that make some huge contributions and so on, whether you can transfer this kind of energy which clipped into the time period which they clipped, I mean, like the time does not exist, but we try to like time to fix it in some kind of time period. And then this kind of we say in Chinese 通笔转职, the energy which be transformed in another place and want to have a similar effect or want to prove something in another place in original place. So yeah, that's a very, very good book, and I feel so appreciated about it, but so precise. Like last few hours, I was written notes in the university, and after 3 hours or 4 hours, the book already in the bookstore. So this make me, yeah, okay, I should stop saying anything. So this make me think whether there's some mind or some thoughts about determining listic how to say that, like you have something without your own consciousness and be directed by someone else that they already planned before. So it's an interesting question because there is no certain answer, I guess. So so it seems like I am too slowly and to follow, and the publisher or the bookstore is too fast to do not tell the one who actually carry on those kind of thoughts, but first did before it will be confirmed afterwards. So it's it's somehow like a gift, but there are several forbidden area of me, and I cannot continually read them after. I cannot continually read them in a barrier free way. Several reasons, like but so from the outline of this book, I really know very few mistakes, but still two forbidden area of myself. One is the 100 page that is kind of a beer store in Berlin, and we can, if we want to talk so wordly, like nothing beyond anything, and then we say cool, then it's just a beer store and you just want to go there and to drink a beer, then it's a reality thing, but actually it is not. And the meaning should be carried above, and so that it will not be explained or knowing as so plat as it should be. And so that's why that's the page number that should be avoided of. Like you can insert a picture or you can insert a graphic and so on. So you can make that 202 and so on. But it's 100, like dangerous as it should be. And but luckily that everything happened in Berlin and still can deal with it in some extent. But the problem is here. Another one is like the outline. Like here is some interesting and some question still left behind because because okay, seems another mistake already covered and only one left behind. So the sixth chapter is gigantive, and in English is against deep. Very very short entitled. But as I knowing that it's not very much diverse thoughts with, for example, like Professor Said. But another problem is Yeah, it's a forward by RBB, and yeah, as I read the outline, I also understand why at all that the 10th chapter when I read gegenüber der Welt against the word, like the word in Chinese we translate as 世界, and be simplified as SG, and back to the one which I knowing before, that is one Erasmus exchange student before we know each other. And then I feel like very emotional in a sense. Converge the mind with him, but I guess it is the age problem that when he also, as we all grow a little bit older, and he will feel like relaxed and not very much be concentrated in this perspective. But absolutely, I want to he as well be real and be good, and not just like two sort of other purpose and so on, but it's just like the single perception now, and I'm not sure that it will cope to any content or not. So I read a little bit and I found it interesting, but one very big barrier of me, like in this sense, I don't yeah, like the mind setting for myself. If if one article or one paper that had at the very beginning already made several mistakes, like touch the forbidden area of me, and will just immediately stop, because that's kind of that's come to be kind of waste the time, and we won't do this thing. Um, but from yesterday notes, and I also noticed, like when I can read at least 3 pages at a class, but the classroom is a public place, and the loft, the air there, and the people who breathe there, that they share the common field of this classroom. So in this sense, sometimes you written more lecture notes, um, somehow written off also others mind way and mind behavior and mind and thoughts and so on. So in this sense, your hits in that place counts nothing actually, and you extremely hate RB, and you try to avoid. I try to avoid to any characters, English characters with RB, but actually. They also feel hate, but when you write something, and so that's the common field that that things be written down. In this sense, your hate can just be ignored compared to some big hatreds that you just unaware of. Uh, but yeah, that's the so that's why I want to tell myself, like try to overcome this kind of hatred if I got what I want, like a peaceful moment to study and to gain the grades and quick graduate and so on, those kind of thing. Then I will also try to avoid the extreme hatred towards RB, this person who are not best, who are not in the same university as me, but like mindly influenced and badly influenced and bad judgment, bad cursing, and so on towards me. And I try my best to not to hate that much if she does not bother me anymore, and I would appreciate it. And otherwise nothing to tell, I guess. Cool coolest book, and the literature list was very very detailed and very very well. So I do like this book. But yesterday I also found another one. That was so good. It is like the 1,0, 1.0, the 4 points book in the bookstore in the university reflects to another small book. in a bookstore yesterday. I found I don't buy it because that's seems like absolutely I should buy it, but once I buy it and I will touch my favorite area, and I don't want to pay that much. So I just randomly viewed a little bit of words about that book. That was cool and fun and without any big mindly mistake and so on. So yeah. And another book I want to show you guys because the cover is very is very strange. So yeah, I stop here and see you guys next time. And hope you guys study well, and we're gonna see each other in next study live stream. And hope you guys have a well weekend. Bye.